So TAHD is basically the abbreviation, we could call it, for Theatre Arts for Holistic Development, where the tools of theatre are used for achieving developmental goals. The different tools of theatre, as in dance, drama, music, storytelling, and arts and crafts, are used in a specifically structured manner to achieve the developmental goals that anybody needs. Anybody, I'm saying across people, that anybody needs. And when it comes to people with, neurological challenges or neurodivergent people or any kind of intellectual or otherwise challenged people, it becomes more a kind of an engaging kind of way to sort of transcend their little blocks that might come in their way, and achieve what they wanted to achieve in a very, very flowing manner, very easy, very natural, I would say. More than easy, I would say very natural manner, because they take to it like literally they take to it like fish to water, because it's so natural to them. So that's why this Theatre Arts for Holistic Development, being a methodology for achieving developmental goals, is a very, very ideal mode, I would say, to work on. That's what TAHD is about, very briefly.
So following up on that, which you started addressing, how would you use TAHD as a framework for education?
So basically, anybody at any point of level in life is a point of learning, is at a point of learning also. Anybody at any point in life is at a point of learning, whoever it is, right? So what is the point of learning? What is our previous knowledge? What is the knowledge that is needed for us to function in a manner where all our roles will get fulfilled properly? Because it again that a person with a challenge needs, or a person without a challenge needs. Everybody has to learn. That's all, because that is the way of life. Till our last breath, we have to keep learning. That is how it is. That is how God has made it for us. Okay. So supposing now, if we are specifically saying that if it's for a person with who's got an intellectual challenge, same way we'll have to understand what is it that he or she needs to learn at this point in time, in order to completely fulfill the needs that he has at this point in time, and to take it forward to address what he needs to play as roles in his future. So these are the things that need to be laid out at any point in time. Now that may keep changing. Okay, that may keep changing. Now, for example, let me take Anand's case. What was his goal in 2020? His goal was to complete his Arangetram. Okay.
Yes.
Now that is not his goal now.
Yes.
So at that point in time, the entire learning, all aspects of him would have been focused on that particular task. Now, like that, there will be different tasks allotted to each one of us at different points in time in life. Now, it's quite easy for us if we fine-tune ourselves to understand what those tasks are. It is not difficult, because it reveals itself automatically. It has to. If I have to shift from Chennai to Bangalore, if I have to shift from Bangalore to Delhi, immediately I know what the process is, right? So this has been already defined, because it is there in history. That these are all the things needed in order to shift. We need to arrange for this, we need to arrange for that. Like that, for functional, what are the functional needs? There are some basic needs. Okay, there's some basic needs. There is the body awareness. There is movement. There is mobility. There is the need to address tools with our gross and fine motor skills. Okay, so that we look at from the body point of view. And then as far as our mind, our intellect is concerned, we need to comprehend, we need to communicate, we need language skills, we need so many things. And then we need to integrate ourselves into the societal requirements. So there are many things. And above all, we need to understand our own emotions at any given point in time. What are the values we need to apply in order to move along with others in society? So many things, and for ourselves to feel happy. So the basic need of dissatisfaction, of getting over dissatisfaction, is the basic need for everybody. Where is the dissatisfaction point come? When I'm unable to do something which is needed to be done by me at that point in time. அவ்வளவுதான். அங்கதான் வந்து ஒரு dissatisfaction வருது, and that is so we have to just document now, this is my need, this is my child's need. If he or she is not capable of defining his or her own needs at that point in time, later on he may be able to. If it's a young child, if it's a toddler, most often the adults make certain decisions, and yeah, but at any point in time, a parent or a caretaker who is fine-tuned to the child will automatically choose goals where he sees response is good.
Yes. And we have
when
seen that
the
happen.
Response is good. Yes, automatically they will do that, because that is why they are fine-tuned. That's why they are the caretaker for that particular child. That's chosen. That's chosen and designed by Bhagwan. Okay. So that is already there. So once that is jotted down and we say that this is the goal that we need to achieve for this period in time. That's why again and again I'm saying, for this period in time, this is the goal we need to focus on and achieve. And then we put that, it's scanned, then go for the next goal. And we say that's done, that's scanned. And those goals will keep being there or automatically. It will be with us because it's already done. We've already learned to speak 4 words. So next we'll be learning to speak another 4 words. These 4 are already there in our vocabulary, right? So it gets integrated into our life as we move on. So the TAHD process is that you particularly define that this is the goal that we are going to achieve for this period in time, and do activities which are very clearly empowering from within and enjoyable from within, and very, very active learning process, where the participation of the person who is in the task is much larger than the participation of the person who is providing the task.
Yes.
Automatically it happens like that. So that is why I say we can never, but that's why I don't like to call it therapy at any point in time, because there also there's a hierarchy, because there is a giver and a taker. Now we really don't know who's the giver and who's the taker over here. Most often you will be learning from Anant when you're trying to teach him.
Yes, actually I wanted to pick up on this point, and maybe we'll have the other conversation later, because you're coming to a point which in some places they call it co-production. That is, the parent, the professional, and the neurodivergent individual, they're all learning together. So a lot of times,
Exactly.
I may be interacting much more intensively with Anant, and so I may tell Ujjwal, oh, by the way, you did this, and I'm suddenly noticing, and we've noticed this, that is, auditory processing is improving a lot. So we are going to pick that up more, because we know how he was 10 years back, 5 years back.
Yeah.
So
I call them co-artists.
Yes.
I call them co-artists. In this scene, of life's play, there are 2 people, Rama and me, and we are both playing equal roles. In some scenes, I may be playing a larger role and you may be playing a smaller role. And in Anant's Arangetram, you were playing a much larger role. I was only watching and only made a couple of comments. So it depends. So each scene has got different requirements. And that understanding also comes, and each person's contribution is 100% to make that scene full. So that is a TAHD learning that, which comes automatically. So
I'm actually glad you brought up this point, because one of the things, as you know, that I'm really keen on addressing is the parent role. And so you've, beautifully brought that out, because if it's really working very well for Anant, it's because, whether it's with Usha, or whether it's with Ujjwal, or whether it's, Purna, anybody, I'm very much part of the process, and we all work together on it. And that's really helpful in maximizing the outcomes from the process.
100%. So, and especially now, see, all said and done, initially, like, it's the parent or the caretaker, whoever it is, who is very, very close to that particular individual, who is the hero of that moment, I would say. He is the hero of that moment, because everyone's attention is on allowing his own attention, as well as the people participating in that particular moment. Everyone's attention is on his learning a particular skill, new skill. So therefore I call him the hero of that moment. Okay, because everyone's attention is around that. The process itself is attentive to that. So even the people are attentive to that. The process is attentive to that. He himself is attentive to that. That's why he becomes the hero. Now the hero will change depending on each situation, is what I'm trying to say. But it really doesn't matter. The process end result is that if we were at a level X, we have gone to level X plus 1, definitely at the next level. Then X plus 1 plus 1, that X plus 1 never becomes less. It just goes ahead.
Okay. So I think, maybe we'll stop here for this video, because I think
Perfect.
I had not planned this particular question, but we came on to something else, which actually is very important for me, which is what I'm trying to push the, conversation towards. So that has automatically unfolded. So we leave some of the other questions for another time.
Yes, later. No problem.
So
you take it forward. I'm sure it's going good. You're most welcome. And we will keep interacting and keep doing things, and let's see how it goes. I'm sure that, see the whole end.
Sorry.
Yeah. So as I was saying, that everybody at every point in time is at a point of learning. That is till our last breath, we are learning something or the other. We have to, okay? Because there are new things happening. If yesterday I didn't know anything about Excel, I used to work only on Word, and suddenly I needed to work on Excel workbook. I have to learn it. Okay, so it depends. So each point in time, we have to learn something new to address the needs of what roles we have to play. So it is for everybody. This is a common thing for everybody. And that is also for a person who, I don't see any difference between a person with, an intellectual.
About the point in.
Yeah, so actually I was, like I was saying, I don't see any difference between the learning